Welcome to No Remorse Woodworking, where I use reclaimed wood for various projects. The project I'm making in this video is both a tribute and a bit of a tradition, but it does require quite a lot of wood, which in turn requires quite a lot of preparation. I need to denail and plane a lot of boards, cut them to size, and glue them into blocks. As I said, this project is a tribute, but it does require some backstory. You see, in 1940, my country, Denmark, was occupied by Germany during the Second World War. And although Denmark was technically neutral at the time, the Germans simply had to invade Denmark in order to proceed to Norway, which was their ultimate goal for this part of the war. And although Denmark didn't suffer quite as much as many other countries did, I'm very well aware of that, times were tough. And from what I understand, one of the really hard things was that everybody had to put up blackout curtains in their windows. For many years after, they talked about the dark years of the 40s, referring to the whole country being completely in the dark, both literally and mentally, for the years of the occupation. During those years, and especially in the Denmark had a very active resistance movement, supported by especially Britain. And although there wasn't that much fighting going on in Denmark, people did lose their lives, and properties were damaged as well. I'm sure it was very hard times for those who lived through them. And at the same time, all over the world, countless thousands of people lost their lives fighting Nazi Germany. And to this day, I am, and many other Danes are very thankful that so many people took up arms against such a repressive and repulsive regime. During the time, one of the only sources for knowledge of what was going on in the world was listening to the BBC. And there was a Danish speaker who had fled to England and was speaking on the radio to Denmark regularly, I believe every single night. I'm not a historian, so I haven't researched this. During the month of April 1945, everybody knew the turn of events. Everybody knew that the war was drawing to a close, and it was just a matter of time. It was a matter of days. And for Denmark, the war and the occupation ended on the 4th of May, technically on the 5th, yes. But on the 4th of May, there was a radio broadcast from the BBC saying that the Germans in northwest Germany, Holland, and Denmark had capitulated. And that meant that Denmark was free at last. Quite understandably, people rejoiced in this message, rushing out into the streets, singing, dancing, and generally just having a good time, very understandably. It also meant that everybody tore out their blackout curtains. Finally, they could have light in the sky. The skies in Denmark in early May are not entirely black, but we're drawing towards the summer nights here, and people were really longing for light, for merriment, for freedom, and especially one thing that many people did that night has since become a very dear tradition here in Denmark. And the tradition is that on light candles, we put them in our windows, and we give remembrance to all the people all over the world who fought for our freedom, and simply rejoicing that our country is a free country. On this 4th of May, it's 75 years ago. It's so long time ago that there's virtually none left, at least here in Denmark, who experienced the occupation. But I, for one, would like to keep at least the memory and the tradition alive. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this build, and I hope you too will give remembrance to all the people who fought all over the world. Especially thank you to those people, to whoever has lost people during the war, and to all those people who made it possible for Denmark to be free again. Thank you very much.